Welcome to Stamp It Up with Kathy Goodman. We are making a card with the Someone Special stamp set. I will set that aside and we're going to get our supplies out. We have an envelope, a card base, the designer series paper for the front, and our scalloped rectangle that we're going to do our stamping on, and also a word bubble to put our sentiment on. To start with, we are going to set our card base aside for a moment, and we are going to get our rectangle out. We want to start with the Raccoon, and we're going to use the one that is not the smooth stamp, it's the one that has all the detail for the Raccoon. We're going to use our soft suede ink, and I'm going to gently tap it in my ink pad. If you have a small ink spot, you can lay it down and tap it over the top of your Raccoon to get it inked up. Okay, now we are going to place it on our rectangle towards the bottom. We're almost going to have his feet touching the bottom of the little line that goes across our scalloped rectangle. We're going to press down firmly, hold it for a moment, then you're going to place your finger on your paper and hold it in place while you remove the stamp. Next, we are going to take our Raccoon body, it's the solid one, and we're going to ink it in the ink. And then we're going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, because what we want to do is we want to stamp it off before we stamp it on our Raccoon. This will make a lighter image over the top so you can still see all the detail. You want to line it up, press down firmly, and then lift it off. Very, very cute. Now we're going to set that aside and we're going to close our soft suede ink, and we are going to get our Memento black ink out. Open that up, set it right here. We are going to start with our balloon string, so you want to place that on your clear block. You're going to put it in the black ink, turn it over and look at it, make sure there's ink on all of it. And then we're going to, the Raccoon's hands are right at his chest in the middle, so we're going to place this string like he's holding his balloon. We're going to stamp it down firmly and then lift it off. The next we have is the outline of the balloon. We are going to stamp that in Memento ink. Put that at the top of the balloon string. Very carefully. Press down firmly. Hold your paper when you remove your stamp. Very good. Turned out awesome. Okay, we're going to set our Raccoon aside for a moment, and we're going to bring our card base in because we want to put our words on the inside that says it's filled with helium. So we're going to take this, put it on the inside, go right like this, and lift it up. Now we've got our words on the inside. We can set that aside to dry, and we're going to bring in our word bubble, and we're going to put the words "This balloon is special" on our word bubble. We're going to try to make sure we get our letters all inked up. We're going to try to put it in the middle of our word bubble, press down firmly, and then hold it to pull it off. There we go. We've got "This balloon is special" all stamped on there. So we are done with our black ink. Let's put the lid on it and set it aside. Next, we're going to pull our raccoon back into the picture, and we are going to get our little red inking spot, and we are going to do the solid portion of the balloon. Put it in the red ink, and we are going to layer it on top of our balloon very carefully. Press down firmly and then lift it off. Very good. Got a nice red balloon on top of there now. We closed up our red ink. We set it aside. Now we are ready to assemble our card. Pulling back in our card base, we want to make sure the words are the correct direction. And we are going to bring in our designer series paper. It has stripes on one side, flowers on the other. If you want to put your flowers on the front, you could do it that way. You would just put your glue on the stripe side. So now, since I want to put my stripes on the front side, I'm going to get my glue out, and I'm going to take and put a bead of glue around all 4 of the sides, right near the edge, but not on the edge. You just need a little bit, and if you hold your glue bottle next to it, it'll give you a really thin stream of glue, and that way your paper won't wrinkle. So we want to try to get this as close to centered as possible, and then you're going to take your finger and go around each of the sides to make sure it is adhered to your card. Then next we are going to add our raccoon, and I included some dimensionals in your supplies, so you're going to use the larger dimensionals. You're going to put 1 in each of the corners. And then we're going to add 1 in the center just to keep it from sagging in the middle. So then you're going to take the paper backings off of the dimensionals, and this is how we're going to adhere this to our card front. Take all 5 of them off. Then we're going to turn this over and line it up. And as soon as you get it where you want it, you can press down each of the little dimensionals to make sure it's adhered to your card. Next, we're going to get our saying, and we're going to use the small dimensionals, and we're going to put 1 on this side, and let's put 1 on the other side and another one in the middle. We're going to do it like that. Press them down and then take the paper backing off. When we put this on our card front, we're going to have part of it hanging off so it kind of goes over our designer series paper. So we want to make sure that we're not covering up the raccoon's head when we put it on. There we go. Now your card is all completed. Very good. Thank you very much for watching. Have a blessed day.